It is an A plus and one of the greatest promos I've ever seen in wrestling. And it's because of the circumstances around it. I know that we're just blow off segment after segment because wrestling happens 52 weeks a year, 365 days a year. But here's the thing you don't get every day. Someone who's a babyface for almost 15 years and to be able to cut a promo like that. What John Cena did, guys, is he wanted to make sure and took as much time as he wanted to explain that even if you're with me, I hate you. I already got the haters because I've heard John Cena sucks for 15 years. But he wanted to make sure that the kids and the grandmas and everyone else, I just want you to know I hate you too. I understand that the basis for a turn more times than not, going to the heel side is always, I did it because of you, because of the fans. But he went deeper than that. He went deeper than Seth Rollins. He went deeper than Hulk Hogan. He went deeper than Roman Reigns. So for John Cena, for all he's done for the company, I had no problem with him going out there explaining why he did that and then going even deeper to let you know you're a jack-off, you're a son of a bitch. All these things he's never said before, he said in one promo, which was unbelievable. Left no stone unturned. I am not a heel, I'm not a babyface, I'm a human being, but you know what he really is. He's a guy that's on a mission.
Shout out to the Belgian kid who will be a WWE celebrity forever, who did love John before, he was called out by his hero. So shout out to that kid also. It was good. It was really good. I go B+. To me, there were just little parts where it's almost like the Cena overacting and things like that. To your point, Gabe, I almost wish we would have heard it last week. The fact that we had to get the whole lead up to it. Hey, by the way, this is why we care. Here's the lead up to it. It was good. It was a pretty forgettable Raw besides that. So a hell of a job for that to just sort of start it and be like, all right, I've seen enough of Raw tonight. But it was a good explanation. I'm curious to see what the next few weeks are. I don't know. You can't do that every week, but to get me to care even more for that main event, I'm curious of. But it was a B+ for me that night.
Yeah, I think it was an A. Because there was a chance, and I think they handled this perfectly. Because the video had come out, 6 months ago or whenever it did. The interview he did, I think it was with Chris Van Vliet, where he was talking about how he almost turned heel and he had new ring gear and he had a new song and he had all of these things ready to go from, hey, I'm transitioning from this John Cena to that John Cena. He had all those things ready to go. So especially with all this run-up time, I think there was a lot of curiosity of, what's the new John Cena going to look like? And for him to come out and solidify, because there is a chance that he becomes the cool heel, right? If he gets the new merch, if he's wrestling a different gear, if he has a different song, then there's a chance that, okay, he's not going to be completely booed. But for him to come out and say, nope, that's my voice on that song. I ain't changing that. You dress like me. I don't care what you think. You dress like me. This is how I like to dress. So for all of that to stay consistent and to make sure that he gets the boos as the heel, I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was absolutely brilliant by Cena, by WWE Creative, to make sure that he is going to be the heel, that he's not going to be these mixes of cheers and boos, even though there were still some cheers when we heard the song hit, right? There were some cheers. I don't know if it was just muscle memory from, a lot of the people there. They start hearing, the song and they start cheering because it transitioned, was overwhelmed by the boos rather quickly. But there were still, you saw plenty of kids, plenty of people in the stands because now you can, and again, the business part of this is you can still sell the John Cena Farewell Tour t-shirts at every stop you go to and every stop he's going to be. So you can still capitalize and cash in on that. Not only can he, but obviously WWE. But I thought that was, to me, one of my favorite parts of the promo of making sure he solidifies himself. Yes, he's the bad guy. Yes, he's going to continue to garner those boos. I thought the Cody part of it was pretty forgettable, but I thought the Cena part of him, I thought it was a tremendous promo that he cut. Yeah, he's going to be Cena. He's going to overact a little bit. That's a part of it. But I thought it was a brilliant start. And hopefully they can continue to capitalize on the momentum of him being on the European tour over the next handful of weeks.
Brian, there's more to wrestling history than AR Fox on Dynamite. Because see, here's the problem with you, Rois. You don't appreciate history because that's exactly what we saw on Monday. Don't be okay. Don't be Meltzer and Alvarez looking at the watch saying, "Oh, this is too long." It's John Cena. It's just we saw wrestling history. A guy that has been eating shit from the fans for 15 plus years. John Cena's awesome. John Cena sucks, and he's had to just take it because he had to be a babyface.
Sure.
For the first time, he could get it off his chest. He could have went on for another half hour if he wanted to explain why that nobody matters.
And Raw would have been better. Raw would have been better if he did that.
It'd been fine with me, but understand the history of what we're talking about here. Like Andre turning, Hogan turning, Cena turning after all these years, being able to say what he wanted to say was wrestling history.
I don't know. I guess I've just been desensitized. Like, I had no problem with the time of it. Like, we had the New Day thing 2 months ago, which that was jarring. And Cena actually turning, that is jarring. That is surprising. But, like, even the start of that promo is what we saw from New Day, where they would go out there, get booed, and then walk out. And it felt like that's where we were going on Monday. And then he cut a good promo. So to me, I guess I'm just desensitized from that stuff. Like, the turn is still a momentous occasion. It's still a big deal. The promo was good.
It was more than good, man. It was
great.
a history-making promo.
It was great.